Welcome to my April 2024 video newsletter. Lots to talk about, including the new National Association of Realtors settlement with the government, implications, and we'll talk about that a little bit in the commentary. First, let's go through the charts. You can see that in February we had 5 closings, pretty much the same as it's been for the last several years. The year-to-date number is way down, mostly because January of last year was way up. So year-to-date we're down 55% from last year as far as closings go. A little early in the year to draw any conclusions. Likewise with the 2024 median price year-to-date of $900,000. Again, way too early to draw conclusions. It should be down in the high sevens, but we'll let a few more sales over the next few months bring it where it belongs. Looking at the new listings, we have 9 new listings in February, an okay number, certainly compared to previous years. We need a lot more, but that's where we are. Now, what that nets is that we're running a little ahead of last 3 years, if you will, on active listings. We had 13 active listings as of a couple days ago, much more than we've had for the previous several years. Certainly the trend is good, but we're way under where we were pre-COVID, where it should be in the 50 and 60 range. For commentary, the commentary on where we are in mid-March is relatively short. Season is just starting. Buyers are just starting to show up. Nicely, more listings are coming on the market, even the first couple weeks of March, which we haven't talked about. We're looking pretty good. So we're going to see increased traffic, more sales, hopefully, as necessary. We're down quite a bit from where we were a couple years ago or a year ago, but on the other hand, we're just really beginning. We've had pretty crappy weather on most of the weekends, so open houses have been poorly attended. But spring is coming, and so we expect more soon. What I want to talk about mostly is essentially just to sow some seeds here, is that the National Associations of Realtors had a settlement which needs to be ratified, but nonetheless they've agreed to a settlement that'll change a few things. Now the simple things they're changing, and there's 3 of them, so I'm going to read them so I can get them right, is that they've agreed to not force sellers to set commissions for buyers' agents, where previously they set both the listing agent and the buyer's agent's commissions. They'll will no longer display compensation for buyer's agents on the MLS. So all offers now will need to have compensation stated in it. And then thirdly, agents who bring buyers will need to have signed buyers' agreements before they can show houses. In the past, they needed to have a mandatory disclosure saying who worked for who. Now the additional agreement will talk about who pays who relative to buyers. A lot of implications and maybe some unintended consequences. I've been pondering them and talking to my peers about them, so I'll expound on those in my next newsletter and in my next commentary. Anyway, that said, spring is coming. Stay safe, and see you next month. Bye-bye.